Namaste, hello. I hope you're doing good. Well, there have been 4 episodes up and running on my podcast, and I thoroughly enjoyed talking to each one of them. And it has been a phenomenal learning for me as a person and as a solopreneur as well. Through this episode today, I want to highlight some of the key learnings in all the 4 episodes and also talk about my experience on a few aspects. Sounds good? So let's get started. Firstly, I want to talk about opportunities. In each of the conversations that I had with the first 4 interviewees, they all spoke about grabbing the opportunity and making it work for themselves. So take on an opportunity. You can always learn on the go and learn each day, and you will only get better. I want to talk about the time I was offered to handle social media marketing for a travel company. And I'd only handled my travel pages on various social media platforms. At that point in time, I said yes. I learned on the go as I moved ahead, and more opportunities came my way, and it worked out for me professionally and monetarily. Even though I didn't have a degree on social media marketing, but I was doing a good job and the clients did like my work. So grab the opportunities, look no more, and just learn on the go. You will learn the trade or the ropes of it. Moving on, let's talk about the target audience. So learn about your target audience is very important. You should know as to who they are, what do they need, what can you offer. It is always best to ask your customers on social media or do a survey in a mall or a cafe, or ask people in your niche or on other platforms on what are the problems that they're facing and what do they suggest. This gives sufficient idea to help you understand the needs of the client and also come up with what you want to offer to them as a product or service. Moving on, let's talk about passion. I think we all need to have passion to offer something that is beneficial to the customer or client. And the main thing is running a business needs commitment. You need to constantly show up every day. It doesn't depend on your mood. You need to build trust, authenticity, and integrity with the audience. And yes, it takes time. It's not an overnight success which you can expect, but yes, it does take time, and it doesn't matter if you're being appreciated or people are not buying your product. You have to be at it. It takes time, gain the trust, and then things will slowly fall into place. And have integrity in what you say and what you do. Maintain that and also give more if you can to your customers or clients. And one thing with respect to business is there needs to be a unifying vision that needs to be shared with all the team members, and everyone needs to be aligned to that one idea. And team members with complementing skill set is always welcome, and it provides more value to the team and is helpful in sharing and delegating tasks as well. And you need to treat others with respect, have authentic connects, respect the work and effort that they're putting, and don't undermine anyone, be it your team members or be it the clients or customers. Always treat them with respect. I would like to talk about an interesting topic which came up in one of the episodes, which is about social entrepreneurship. If you're wondering to make a difference to the community, it could be as simple as leveraging social media, where in the 4th episode where we saw Umesh, who reached out to his network to raise funds and to get a laptop for a girl in need. Or in the 3rd episode, we saw Nitya, who's making a difference by having a business which is helpful to the mental well-being of people. So if you have an idea to make a difference to the community, start working on it, get to it. I think we are at a time where we need more businesses like this. So gear up and get started. Moving on to social media, I think it's playing a major and an important role in many of the businesses today. And considering due to the pandemic, many businesses have re-strategized the way they're working. Probably they're online now, and automation and digitization is a way forward. Either certain businesses can run online or have a virtual presence on social media. And I think the one thing that we need to keep in mind is how do we use it mindfully and make use of them effectively rather than they making use of us. And they're very much needed to share or have connections with clients or customers. It could be the present customers that you have or the potential customers that would come to you. So social media is a wonderful medium, but it all depends on how we use it effectively. And there are other aspects that we spoke about in all the episodes, which was well-being. I think talking about well-being at this time during the pandemic, I think it's been a priority for all of us to look into our physical and mental well-being. And all of the interviewees mentioned that they indulge in yoga or cooking or cycling or meditation, walking, reading a book, listening to music, painting, and learning an instrument. So do what makes you happy and give priority to that as well. A healthy mind and body can make you a productive person and also good in whatever that you do. And I think indulging in all of this gives us an opportunity to explore ourselves and get to know ourselves better. So don't stop doing it. You should give equal priority to your well-being, no matter what it is. And we also spoke about productivity, either in the multitude of things that they were doing or otherwise as well. So one thing which came out in one of the episodes was having a dedicated space for work and also other activities respectively. And choose the times when you're fresh to complete bigger tasks, so that gets done when you're fresh and you can give more to it. And one thing which also was relevant was having a routine for work and also spending time on other activities. So once you have scheduled a day with work or activities to be done, and having a routine really helps, so that you don't miss out on anything and you can be a part of each and every activity that you want to do. Lastly, I would like to talk about minimalism. We did have in one of the episodes where Umesh spoke about minimalism. So less is certainly more. And we need to be conscious on the resources that we are using. Be grateful for the things that we have. It could be like saving water with 1 bucket challenge, or using eco-friendly bikes, or doing conscious shopping. And it makes a whole lot of difference to ourselves and the environment around. And this can be a part of our lives, like living consciously. Moving on, let me get to the specifics of each episode. In episode 1, which was Business of Communication and Culture with Lalita Murthy, the main learning was communication isn't about language and writing, it is also about body language, having the business acumen, and recognizing and acknowledging the cultural differences and practices. And culture does play a part and culture can be geographic, organizational, or professional. Moving on to episode 2, which is Reframing of Business with Sudhakar Nanduri, we saw that there is a need for a business coach to guide you on the entrepreneurial journey, mentor you on the next turn and the risks. We might lose our way or get too engrossed in a particular part of our business. So a coach helps in pointing out the next step or the direction. But at the end of it, you are certainly the decision maker and the executor at the end of the day. Moving on to episode 3, where we spoke about mental well-being with Nitya Rao. Mental well-being is of utmost importance, and we are already facing mental health pandemic. So taking care of oneself is the first priority, and then taking care of others. And therapy can be for anyone. Just like you have a physical fitness trainer, you can have a therapist to help you with mental well-being. It is as simple as that. And physical ailments can be related to mental issues, which are called as psychosomatic issues. So if this is something on your mind, I think you should go to a therapist and see how they can help you out. And invest in your well-being. I have been saying this time and again, as your well-being is to be taken care of. And if it is not being taken care of, then everything falls apart. Being physically and mentally stable is important for ourselves and for others, and it should be a priority for anyone. Moving on to the last episode, where we spoke about the power of networking with Umesh Ramlingachar. We realized that having authentic, genuine connections is important, and not having expectations of receiving something from someone, that is not the way to be. First step is to give, and the secondary step is not to expect. If someone really appreciates your work and they want to support you, they will always lend a hand or support you in any way possible for them. So don't ego boost anyone or make fake connections just to help you with your business. Lastly, I would like to say, enjoy your journey, do it for the love of it and making a difference to the lives of many others. Don't bother about the end result, and just keep going and stay committed with integrity, perseverance, persistence. And as I always say, invest in yourself, and that's the best insurance you can have no matter what life throws at you. Right, so see you soon. I will meet you again on my next episode, where we'll talk about the learnings from a few other episodes. So until then, invest in your well-being and yourself, and enjoy what you're doing. Thank you. Namaste.